you know, today's gaming community or gaming industry as a whole. I've been following, the Black Myth Wukong, which is coming out very soon. I've been following Star Wars Outlaws quite extensively as of when it was announced last year, and it's coming out this year, August 30th of 2024. But however, I really think that when it comes to these games that are coming out close to the end of this month, I really think that these games are really going to have very full of potential. And I'm really hoping that, that these games do get really good reviews. I really think that they could possibly get around the mid 80s or close to 90s from different types of outlets. And so I just want to put that here real quick as well. Now, one thing in particular I would really like to really address. There is one thing about, like the Game Informer shut down. They are no longer in business, and they actually ended up residing here in Minnesota. And so I really think that this is a shame. And, it's like, I think it was really stupid that of GameStop's fault of, closing them down, not giving out a public statement saying or telling them why they were being shut down or why GameStop decided to completely just not exist anymore, or Game Informer not to exist anymore. And I really think it's so stupid. I really don't like the idea that they literally had to try to, what they did or why Game Informer is no longer around. And it's sad, really, because I really enjoyed Game Informer. I really love their perspectives on gaming and, news and game coverage that they always been able to know and love or what they do. And I really had the utmost of respect for Game Informer, and I love their perspectives on things. It was so, and they were so good because of that specific reason. And so, I really think that when it comes to Game Informer, though, I think they had some really good pieces. And, and I really hope that they weren't. I just think that Game Informer, they were so good. And I really love the fact that they knew what they were doing, and it was so great. And so I really think that when it came to Game Informer as well, I think they just did fantastic work, and for the most part. And it's a shame that they're no longer around. So now I want to talk about Star Wars Outlaws here because, with all the hate that the game is getting, even when the game is not even out yet, it's amazing that a company like Massive Entertainment that has made Star Wars Outlaws. And one thing I would really like to admit, one thing here though too, I think Massive Entertainment knows what they're doing. I love the fact that how Star Wars Outlaws is really looking like, and from a very different type of perspective on things. And just being able to show off what the game has potential for, with its combat, with the open world type of aesthetic to it. I think it's going to be really cool, and I'm really hoping that the game is really going to do well. So and I just think that a lot of people are really disliking this game right now for Star Wars Outlaws. And I'm just like, it's like, I really think that a lot of people are really getting it wrong, in my personal opinion. No, it's only my opinion. And so I just really think, what's up, man? How you doing, Cash? So I really greatly appreciate it. But anyways, I just really think that it's really stupid, judging something that's not even out yet, other than we have been getting gameplay videos on it on Star Wars Outlaws. And it's just like, I'm like, even then, I do agree that there were certain things in those videos that made the game not look very good to a lot of people's viewers' eyes. And so I just really think that when it comes to that game specifically, I think it's really going to do well. One thing I would really like to say, though, too, when it comes to Star Wars Outlaws as well, is that I really think that when it comes to this game, this game is going to be taking place between the events of The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. And so I really think that's a really cool way of, in a matter of perspective, and where this game is going to go in terms of its story, like the gameplay and how the game is really going to implement itself, and vice versa. So I think it's going to be really cool. So now I think I just wanted to share this real quickly, and basically give my own personal perspective on things. And I do agree to a certain extent that people are going to give out their personal type of judgment along with any kind of games or whatever kind of media that we have out there, whether it's movies, music, or video games specifically, because video games is a very high media. I mean, it's a very high industry, and a lot of people invest their time in playing these fantastic games, much like Black Myth Wukong, which is coming out on the 20th of this month. Star Wars Outlaws is be coming out at the end of this month as well, August 30th. And this month is, I wouldn't say it's packed, but it has a pretty good launch window for these two titles specifically. And I think it's really cool. So, to much further ado, I really greatly appreciate that I've been getting on my channel, and that's one thing I will say is that I'm not complaining here, but it's just that the fact that I'm doing my best what I can, and I am working on some other stuff currently, and so it's like I really just want to show off, not really show off, but I just really want to tell everyone that I am working on a lot of stuff. And so it's like, I'm doing as much as I can or as best I can to have this quality content that I can possibly push out. And it's not easy. And that's one thing I will say is that, being a very, very small content creator on YouTube, I have fun with it. It's so much fun. But, I've checked out my analytics, and the viewership's not all that great. My watch per time is not all that great either. And it goes with the territory. So I'm not complaining. I'm just, pointing my own thoughts and opinions about that. And, basically just like saying, hey, if you really guys like my stuff, man, it would be greatly appreciated to at least, give me some feedback if I'm doing something wrong. I think that's really cool. I love touching base with my community that I have built. And I've been doing posts on my community tab. I've been doing a lot of polls as well. It's been pretty positive. I really love the way how that's going so far as well. And I'm hoping to create more polls on my community tab as well. So when Black Myth Wukong comes out later this month, which is not too far away, I believe it's like about a week or two away. And then I will be making content on Star Wars Outlaws as well. And so it's like, if you really like my stuff, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit that notification bell and subscribe. And I think that would be really cool and benefit for me. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it would be greatly appreciated if you guys, or ladies and gentlemen out there, can do so. That would be really cool. So I'm actually planning on possibly doing more of this, just, giving my own perspectives on a lot of things. And I think it's just going to be so cool to do so. But anyways, this is Jake from Citizen JV. Thank you for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. Any comments or questions, like I said, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you guys have a good rest of your night. Peace.